Before we talk about banana bread, let's talk about bananas. It's generally agreed that bananas are originally from Southeast Asia and the South Pacific. They showed up in the US around the 1870s, and then it wasn't until the 1930s that they started to make their way into American cookbooks. Now, Wikipedia tells me that banana bread may have actually been developed to market baking powder and baking soda. Like, these companies were like, how can we get people to buy our products? I know, we'll make this delicious cake-like baked good. Wikipedia also says that it may have been directly correlated to the Great Depression, because when resources are tight, who's gonna throw out overripe bananas? No, you gotta use them, you gotta do something with them, and banana bread, such a good way to use those overripe bananas. And you know, let's suppose that the Great Depression theory is the correct one. I think going along those lines, these recipes I'm about to show you, which use sourdough discard, it pretty much fits the theme, because why are you gonna throw away your sourdough discard? That is good flour and water that has been used in that. Put it to use, and it's a great addition in both of the recipes I'm going to show you in this video. So there are two versions I'm showing you here. One that I am calling the healthy version, and then another one that is a little bit more, I think, what you would expect. It's like cake disguised as a breakfast item or like a healthy snack because it's got fruit. They're both delicious, and this video is in direct response to you all. These are my top two faves, and I hope you like them. Let's start with the healthy version. I don't know why. Let's just start there, and yeah, and we'll end on a sweet note. There it is. This is sourdough buckwheat banana bread. This recipe I have adapted. It's inspired from Jasmine Hemsley's version in her book, East by West. So you need buckwheat flour, 200 grams, a half tablespoon of cinnamon, 2 teaspoons baking powder, 1 teaspoon baking soda, a 1/4 teaspoon of fine sea salt. So you'll mix that all together. Combine starter discard, this is 110 grams, with 65 grams or a 1/4 cup of plain yogurt, 2 tablespoons of water, a 1/4 teaspoon vanilla extract, and 2 ripe bananas. Combine the wet ingredients with the dry ingredients. Line your tin with some parchment paper and then pour in the batter. Bake it at 180 degrees Celsius or 350 degrees Fahrenheit for 25 minutes, and then turn it, and another 15 minutes. And it should be done, but you can always check with a toothpick to make sure. Some delicious mix-in options for this are pecans, walnuts, raisins, figs. They would all be super yummy thrown into the batter if you have them, or even sprinkled on top. I have to say, I do prefer it with a nice slather of butter on top. But if it's really quality butter, you know, sourced from a local farm, a local milk farm, then you know what? I call that healthy. Really. Can you hear the ice cream truck? Yeah, there's an ice cream truck that goes on our street all the time, making me want dessert, but you know what? I don't need to go run after that truck when I have this banana bread. Are too good to be healthy sourdough banana bread. This one's kind of a more traditional banana bread recipe because it's got that butter, it's flour. I like to use white bread flour here. It just has higher protein. You could substitute it with all-purpose flour if you don't have bread flour. Although I do throw a little twist in there, and that is chickpea flour, which hat tip to Izzy Huzak. She has a banana bread in her book, The Savvy Cook, and it incorporates chickpea flour, and it's a really great thing to add. So if you have it in your pantry, definitely stick it in. So that's 140 grams of white bread flour, 75 grams of chickpea flour, 100 grams of granulated sugar, 1/4 teaspoon cinnamon, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, 1 teaspoon fine sea salt, and combine 150 grams of starter discard. My starter, by the way, for these is always 50-50. So if you want to kind of do the breakdown of hydration, FYI, all you breadheads out there. For this, I use 4 ripe bananas, 75 grams melted butter, 55 grams of milk, that's a 1/4 cup, and I used oat milk for this, but honestly, I'll just use whatever milk I already have in the fridge. And let's not forget about the vanilla extract, and I put in a 1/4 teaspoon. It's optional. I think it adds a nice flavor. So same thing, lining the tin with some parchment paper so that you have little handles that stick up, making the bread easy to remove. And you want to bake it at 180 degrees Celsius or 350 degrees Fahrenheit for 50 minutes, turning halfway through. Now, because this is in the oven for a longer time, you might need to put aluminum foil over the top so that the top doesn't burn, but it still is like baking all the way through. Because if you just take it out, sometimes when the top looks like perfectly golden brown, it's gonna be raw in the middle. So to prevent the burning, aluminum foil on top of that loaf with 15 minutes left to go. And you can see that this loaf actually, it's a little more on the brown side than is ideal, so I could have put the aluminum foil a little earlier on this occasion. But it's all good, and now it's time to eat. And this banana bread, I mean, well, it tastes like cake. So, you know, Connor loves it.
This is a good one. I don't want to know if it's healthy or not though, but it's real good.
It's really good. Ooh, a la mode. Put a scoop of ice cream on this? Yes. Okay, that's it. I don't know, should I do something else in this video?
Oh, I know what else to talk about. My book! Cheese, Wine, and Bread, Discovering the Magic of Fermentation in England, Italy, and France. Available for pre-order now.
Like, that's the thing with recipe videos. It's like, I kind of want to do more, but it's like, well, those are the recipes. This is what you guys asked for. So I hope you like it. If you make it, let me know. Tag me in it on Instagram. Yeah, have fun. Don't waste your sourdough discard. That is gold right there. That's magic. If you haven't seen my sourdough pancakes video yet, I'm linking to it here. If you haven't watched my how to make sourdough bread and sourdough starter video, I'll link to all that good stuff. And I guess that's it. Thanks for hanging out, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you dig it, if you like what I do. Thanks as always for watching and for sticking with me. And yeah, thumbs up to this video. I'll see you guys back here before too long. Don't forget to keep it quirky. Bye.